Okay, I think we have everything set up: drinks, food, especially snacks. And I even made sure to get all of your favorites because that's what best friends do. And I already see that you've eaten half of them. Well, I've got more downstairs in the snack cupboard, by the way, so feel free to grab some. You know where it is. You've been over here like what, millions of times now. So, well, now our sleepover can begin. But actually, before we watch a movie and snuggle or something, if you're up to it, of course, just a best friend snuggling. Um, but anyway, what I'm getting at here is I was wondering if you would help me with something first. So I've been writing this story, and I was wondering if you could sort of give me your feedback. It's really in the early stages. It's more of an outline than a story, I guess. But anyway, I was thinking I could quickly run you through the main points and you could tell me your thoughts. Would that be all right with you? Great, great. That's great. Okay, good. Okay, so where do I begin? Well, first of all, I guess I should give you the main character. So she's a girl with a hair color just like mine, and she lives in a house just like this one. And she has this friend of hers with an eye color just like yours that, in fact, she loves very, very much. Much more than just a friend. But the friend is very, very dense and never seems to realize it. And in fact, the friend seems to be kind of slow to read between the lines in general. Okay, so what do you think so far? Nothing wrong with the main character so far, right? Right, okay. Okay, right. Nothing is wrong with her. She hasn't done anything wrong. Anyway, so this girl is madly in love with her friend. And I'm talking about 200% crazy, head over heels, absolutely nuts in love crazy. Her friend is making her lose all of her marbles. And I mean, hey, hopefully that's not the only thing they'll make her lose, but it's really difficult when the friend is that dense. Anyway, so the girl really loves her friend, but she can't confess. But, you know, there's the whole what if she gets rejected type of thing. She could never take that. It could even ruin their friendship. And it's maybe the one real emotional connection she has. Everything else feels so lifeless and so fake to her. So she really doesn't have the heart to confess directly. There's just too much that she could lose. So she tries to sort of feel things out, if you get what I'm saying. She tries to take, like, I don't know, she makes little illusions here and there, trying to test her friend's reaction, seeing if it's okay to confess just yet. And sometimes she even flirts, like kind of more of an indirect kind of way. But of course, her friend is hopelessly dense, so this sort of method never really works for her. She even asks to snuggle a lot. And when she gets to, she always makes these remarks like, "You're so good at snuggling. I wish I was the girlfriend of someone who snuggles like you." Or something like that. And then the friend still doesn't get it, of course. And the girl, she does everything. Everything. She even always makes sure to keep all of her friend's favorite snacks in her cupboard. And of course, the significance of this goes completely unnoticed. Okay, so now what do you think of her? Right? Oh, so far so good, right? Okay, yeah, she didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with her trying to be indirect and test the waters. Nothing wrong with her trying to protect her relationship and her happiness. If anything, the friend should have really noticed her feelings by now, right? But I'm still not done. So, the girl, she just really can't get enough of her friend. She wants to be romantic with them. She wishes that they were a couple, but she just can't seize that dream. So she fantasizes a little bit, you know, innocent little fantasies. Everyone has them about their crush, right? So she does too. Innocent little fantasies like holding hands with them and hugging them and getting married to them. But that's still not enough. And she just wants to bring that fantasy just a little bit into reality. So she takes a photo she has of her and her friend together. And then she edits it, to look like a wedding photo, wedding dress and all. And it makes her so happy. It makes her so, so happy to finally have a bit of reality to her fantasy. You know, it's something tangible. And she looks at that photo every day, every night. She makes it her phone background. She frames a copy of it and even sleeps next to it. And it's the one thing that gives her a peace of mind when she's usually, a huge insomniac from not getting her happily ever after. But she can't be satisfied with that. Not with just a photo, it's still missing something. You know, the fantasy just isn't real enough. It's not physical enough. And she thinks all the times that she snuggled her friend and how lovely it would be to feel like that even when they weren't around. So she thinks about her friend's sweater and how if she wore that, it'd feel like she was snuggling with them, sort of. And she needs that. She needs that very, very much. So one day when her friend isn't paying attention, she ever so deftly swipes the sweater and replaces it with an identical one. And she gets away with it completely. She keeps a straight face the entire day. She smiles to her friend as usual. She laughs with them as usual. And they don't suspect a single thing. And she loves the sweater. She treasures it and cherishes it, and she goes to sleep wearing it every single night, pretending like it's her friend all around her and not just the sweater. And I would ask you what you think about her right now, but I already know the answer. It's fine. She's fine. She didn't do anything wrong. She's just acting out of love, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with loving her friend who has your eye color, who has your hair color, who happens to love the same exact snacks as you. And there's nothing wrong with the main character being a little romantic. But it's because she's so romantic that she can't settle down. She can't be happy with just a sweater. As great as it is, it's still just a sweater, you know? It's not as great as the real thing. And honestly, she's just torn apart about the fact that she can't spend more time with her friend. Every second that she's away from them, it's just eating away at her insides, just little by little, all the time, and she can't take it anymore. She wants to spend every waking second with them, but obviously that's not possible. So she starts watching that friend. It starts with just watching them from behind the bushes at first, or maybe from behind a car or something. And she wakes up smiling every single day, knowing that today she can watch her friend again. And then after a while, she gets an idea. She sets up cameras, very hidden cameras, the kind that you wouldn't notice, And she sets them all over the place that her friend frequents. And of course, she especially makes sure to set up plenty in their room. So now she can watch them all the time. They wouldn't let her sleep. So now she can watch them all the time. They probably wouldn't let her sleep over every day, right? That would be unreasonable. But now she can watch her friend fall asleep every single day. It's almost like they're a couple, but they're not. They're not a couple. She's a great character, right? And you don't have to say anything. I already know. She's fine. She didn't do anything wrong. She's fine. But like I was saying, they're not a couple. And in a way, watching her friend all the time through her cameras makes her extremely aware of that. Because yes, she can see all the things her friend does. Because yes, she can see all the things that her friend does. But that also shows her all the attention they get from other people. And she just feels so neglected. When she sees them sharing meals with others, she thinks that should be me sharing that meal with them. When she sees them laughing and joking with others, she thinks that should be me. When she sees them talking to others, she thinks that should be me. And she tries to keep it together. Of course she tries. She never does anything wrong. She tries to bury her feelings deep down within her little heart because she doesn't want to hurt all those people coming in between her and her friend, even though she might. She doesn't want to be destructive or harmful, especially not around her sweetheart. But there's no way to keep a burden like that all inside. Her jealousy, her resentment towards her feelings of neglect, they all get a bit more heated day after day until inevitably the entire thing boils over. So she invites her friend over to a sleepover, just like this one. And the one thing she wants more than anything is to just be accepted. But it's so hard to even ask for that. If she tries to be direct, she just stutters like a bumbling idiot. So she confesses about her feelings. She confesses about all the things she did, but she does it in a very indirect way. She confesses as if it was a character in her story that felt and did all these things and not her. But she's worried. She's still so worried. Because what if she isn't accepted? What if they just try to run away? So she has a backup plan. She has some rope that she keeps under her bed. It looks just like my bed right here. And she drugged the snacks that her friend ate earlier. The very same kind of snack that you helped yourself to just now. That way, they can't get away even if they wanted to. But why would they want to? She didn't do anything wrong. Don't you think so too? So, what do you think the friend will do now? Hmm? Are you going to leave?
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, click the thumbs up button down below and comment. Let me know what other ASMR scenarios you'd like to see in the future. And subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. I stream a couple times a week, varying from voice acting, ASMR, and to video games. And I'd like to say thank you really quickly to my Tier 3 members, Girthden, Brooksy07, Backbeat Highway, Elizabeth, Q Ranger 9, Kirby X2, Harper, Damperzand, Outcaster00, Bodes, Duke Voil, Vara, and Ricardo. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'm very grateful for the support. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.